Day 84. The morning mist settles low over Hollow Creek. Eric does his usual perimeter check before the sun rises. Every day he walks the length of the barricades, testing the wire, checking the traps, and watching the tree line. It's a ritual now, almost sacred. He finds a rabbit caught in a snare and brings it back to June. She teases him about his hunter instincts, but there's warmth in her voice. At the mess hall, people gather for the morning meal: canned beans, foraged greens, rabbit meat if they're lucky. Eric leads a small town hall after breakfast, warning them about a roaming walker herd spotted nearby. He assigns shifts and gives his best tracker, Malik, orders to watch the herd. Direction. Later, in private, he tells June, if that herd turns this way, we'll need to evacuate. I won't risk another barn, she nods. They've both buried too many friends. That night, he sharpens his machete under the stars, listening to the wind carry distant growls. Day 85, the herd is closer. Malik reports that it's grown in number, hundreds strong. Eric feels the weight settle on his chest. He organizes a plan: create noise traps miles out to divert the walkers, build fallback points, and prep everyone to move at a moment's notice. That afternoon, a girl named Lila, barely 13, asks Eric if they're going to die. He genials and tells her not today. He believes it, he has to. By nightfall, they've rigged car horns and speakers to lure the herd. Eric sends June and 3 others to place them, despite his fear for her safety. She's grown into a leader, and he trusts her with his life, but part of him still sees the scared teen from the pharmacy. They don't sleep that night. No one does. Day 86, the noise traps work. The herd begins turning east. Relief sweeps through the settlement, but it's short-lived. Malik returns wounded, bitten. Eric sits with him as he turns. Malik thanks him, says he never thought he'd make it this far. Eric puts the revolver to his friend's head and does what has to be done. He digs the grave himself. By sunset, the graveyard has another stone. Day 87. Grief lingers in the camp like a fog. Eric doesn't let himself break. He trains new sentries, teaches the younger ones how to aim properly, and rotates the watch shifts. He even starts building a small greenhouse with a few of the older survivors, but inside he's tired. Bone deep tired, he reads Malik's old notebook and finds a drawing of Hollow Creek surrounded by gardens and children. Eric cries quietly for the first time in weeks. Day 88, a stranger approaches the gates, a man in camouflage, carrying a radio. He introduces himself as Aaron from a distant community called Iron Bend, says they have electricity, medicine, even doctors. He invites Eric to send someone to check it out. The offer is too good. Eric doesn't trust it, but he also knows Hollow Creek is running out of antibiotics. After a heated council meeting, he decides to go himself with June and a scout named Ricker. He leaves Elsa, a former nurse, in charge during his absence. They leave at dawn. Day 89, the journey to Iron Bend is eerie. Roads choked with cars, some charred, some filled with corpses. They pass a town burned to ash and find a church overtaken by walkers. Eric saves Ricker from a crawler that nearly bites his leg. June says he's faster than ever now, like a machine. She jokes, but Eric knows it's not just reflexes, it's survival instinct. It's experience earned in blood. They camp inside a gas station. Ricker plays guitar softly. Eric thinks about what a real home might feel like. Day 90, they reach Iron Bend. It's real. Solar panels, wind turbines, a working water system, guards posted at every corner, people smiling, some even laughing. Eric meets the leader, a stern but thoughtful woman named Captain Rise. She lays it out. Iron Bend is strong, but they need more labor, more fighters. In exchange, they offer trade routes, medicine, and fuel. Eric agrees to consider it, but something about the place feels too perfect. He spends the night in a guest barracks. June tells him it's nice, but it ain't home. Day 91, Eric inspects everything: storage, security, morale. It's real, but he finds out the price. Those who break rules are exiled. A teenage boy was kicked out last week for stealing food. June wants to go home. Rika's tempted to stay. Eric speaks to Reese. He proposes a trial. Alliance shed patrols, limited trade, but no full merger. She agrees, reluctantly. They leave Iron Bend at dusk, with antibiotics in their packs and a fresh weariness in their hearts. Day 90-25, the return trip is harder. They face a Walker ambush. On day 93, Rico is bitten. Eric gives him a clean end, just like Malik. June doesn't speak the rest of the day. By day 95, they're home. The camp erupts in relief. Elsa hugs Eric like a brother. He passes out the medicine, but keeps quiet about Iron Bend. Darker truths, not yet. Day 96, Eric buries Rico next to Malik. He calls a meeting and tells the community about Iron Bend, about the opportunity and the risks. They vote unanimously to trust Eric's judgment. He realizes something. They don't follow him because he's the strongest. They follow him because he hasn't broken. Not yet. Day 97. He begins expanding Hollow Creek, more garden space, more traps, a permanent watchtower. He trains new leaders. June leads patrols now without hesitation. Elsa runs the infirmary. Others step up too. Eric, for the first time in weeks, allows himself to rest. He dreams of his old life, his dad, his garage, late-night gaming. It all feels like fiction now. Day 98. Eric climbs the new watchtower and watches the sunrise. He writes in his journal, "I'm not who I was, I'm not who I will be, but I'm someone worth surviving. For the future is still uncertain, but Hollow Creek stands strong." Time skip. Day 164. The world has grown colder, crueler, but Eric has grown too. He's not just a survivor now, he's a symbol. People from nearby towns have joined Hollow Creek, swelling its numbers to over 100, and the threats, they've evolved too. From day 164 to 187, Eric faces something he hasn't yet. Humans worse than walkers.